saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard from your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curve, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here... The Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. Not the best of starts here offensively. You're back home. You lost a couple games in a row, and here's an early 3-and-out to start things off.
And I think they were counting on being at home and having the home crowd carry them along a little bit to help things get better. But the bottom line is you don't get the crowd involved until you play better. They've got to create some first downs, some big plays, things of that nature to make sure that the crowd is right there with them.
Jones now on first down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
And on the first drive, 3-and-out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd and 1. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Brown. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Draw play for Brown. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. On third down, Kemp nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, New Orleans! Traquan Smith, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Kemp nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now it's Bird on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Jones. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Throwing Jones. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on third down. Kemp, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Bird to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. They could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all...
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Oh, this is blocked. The Falcons, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40, the 30, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Kemp throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Kemp going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Olesen pushing through the contact. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Brown. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
47's the mic, boy. 42.
On 3rd down, Kemp will try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes Traquan Smith and the rest of the offense. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Completion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. He's got Smith here. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. Now Jones on 1st and 10. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul-searching now. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Brown. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because
you're nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Jones throwing on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Check back 45. Check back 45. Nice, sweetheart.
On 1st and 10, Jones. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Looking to throw. Jones. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the up. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup there at 22. Here's Jones on first down. It's caught. Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Back to throw. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So we've reached the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Looking to throw. Jones. Complete. Smith has it. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it all culminates in the Saints touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for the Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
50, play.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Kemp, he finds Taylor, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
60 outlaw.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd.
Ready?
Off play action. Kemp. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Out onto the field comes Traquan Smith and the rest of the offense. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season
and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Back to throw. Jones will make that now 2. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tack McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. Jones throwing to start the drive. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Looking to throw. Jones. That is caught inside the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. That is caught. Traquan Smith, touchdown Saints. Traquan Smith, his 21st touchdown of the season. As he after the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Back to throw. Kemp. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
12 yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
45.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. Smith catches left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, touchdown number 22 on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter of here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That one good for 26 and a first down. Now Jones on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Falcons on third down. The struggle has been real. They have had ample opportunities. They've yet to cash one in. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Kemp. This will be caught by Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Kemp. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Operating from the gun. Kemp. They'll find Taylor. That's complete.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. Kemp. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Traquan Smith with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz good on the extra point. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game, and privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Throwing on first down. Kim. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down in inches. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. From the gun, Kim. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Brown. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. To throw on 2nd down. Kemp, and the grab by Croft. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Saints will have the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. 23 yards on the play. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Looking to throw. Jones. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Looking to throw. Kemp, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. To throw on third down. Kemp, and he's going to go down again. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 40. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the spike comes with 9 seconds left to go. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Single. 45, Mike. Hit it.
Jones throwing on fourth down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Mark.